Hey, America, what's up? It is Ace Micheals on the Ace Micheals Show. Pretty people. hmm We're going to talk about y'all. Pretty people get a lot of perks. Like I noticed through the years, and I'm not the only one. You guys already noticed it. I mean, it's not a surprise. Somebody like Kim Kardashian, who's gorgeous, right? And no doubt about it, hands down, she's a beautiful girl. Somehow she gets a position where she's like talking to the president, and she's like trying to get people a pardon from prison. You know what I'm saying? And I just wonder if that has anything to do with her attractiveness. We're in a day and age where the internet model is a brand new job title. You can actually be an influencer, quote unquote, and get a job offer that used to be a job that somebody had to work their tail off in order to even get an interview for that job. But now you can open crazy doors. The average post on X is just exactly that. It's X pretty much. The average post on Instagram is definitely going to be far and beyond what you used to see even in the inside centerfold of a Playboy magazine. Like, what does this mean to our society that we've put so much emphasis on the way people look? Is it a good thing? Can it be a good thing? You've got girls who are just barely 18 years old posting OnlyFans pages and all of this content that's like, okay, now I'm legal. So here's my body. And I don't know. I mean, I'm a guy. I like a body as much as the next guy. I will not argue that. But it still makes me wonder, are we getting weird with pretty people? Because pretty people, boy, oh boy, y'all getting it good. Like, y'all getting all the perks that nobody else gets. Traffic ticket, pretty people got out of it. Crime, pretty people got out of it. Want to make more money on your job, pretty people. It just seems to be a thing. So I'm curious what you think about it. You're welcome to email the show. You're welcome to contact us. You got our information on the screen. Pretty people, guys and girls. There's some pretty guys out there getting away with crazy stuff, getting opportunities and getting perks that regular looking guys, I looking guys, we ain't getting no perks like that. I guarantee you. Got a little flab on the midsection? Not happening. You go to the back of the line. We letting this abs brother get up front. All right, man. So that's what we're talking about today. Today, my guest is a professional permanent makeup artist in Las Vegas. Welcome to the show, a first timer. So you guys go light and easy on her. Welcome, Leann, to the Ace Michael Show. Leann, how you doing, darling?
I'm good, Ace. Hi, I'm just like cracking up so hard by everything you had to say. It's just too much.
It is
So
too
true,
much.
though. So true, though. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, let's get into that. You got some thoughts on that? Check it out.
I, yeah, absolutely, I do. I have seen and even been told since I was a little blonde girl with blue eyes
Mm,
and all this stuff,
mm. Sorry,
And I
sorry.
was told, hey, um, oh, and I want to point this out, by the way. There are some people, I'm not going to put names out, that I'm not in touch with because they legitimately wanted me to live by my looks. Like,
Oh, what's that?
like, meaning only, date guys with money or da 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 da. Make sure you're using your looks to get the things that you need. And because I couldn't, or it wasn't in my heart to, right?
Huh.
That I'm not in touch with quite a few people because of it. It's crazy.
Okay,
It's
now you
crazy.
you have more than piqued my curiosity. All right.
Oh boy.
What does
Oh
that
boy.
mean exactly to live by your looks? I think I know
I,
what it means, but you got to clarify that. You can't just drop that one in the middle of a sentence.
you know, it's crazy. It just like came out of my mouth as we were talking, and you were talking about, just pretty people, guys and girls, getting certain jobs and other things that
Absolutely, yeah.
other people haven't been able to get, or because let's say, maybe I have a pretty face, but I don't go to the gym every day. That a girl who has like abs and some like nice big old, you know,
Yeah. Well,
big
well,
chest and all that stuff, right?
yeah.
Right? She might just be like, "Oh, here you go. Yeah, sure. You're hired." And then, they'll tell me just, "Oh, yeah, keep looking." Right? I mean, so
Mhm.
I have noticed, unfortunately, that the world has headed that way, and I've even felt pressured to just keep looking better as I get older. And my 45th birthday is coming up. I'm just going to put that out there. And I have been feeling all kinds of crazy about this. So this is a great subject right now, is all I'm
Well,
saying.
well, you brought up a couple things. Okay, so the first thing is let's establish that Leanne yourself, you are definitely what we'll call diabetic eye candy. Like you, yeah, you're a great looking girl, absolutely, no doubt about
Thank
it.
you.
Um, and again, I'm a man, I'm a heterosexual man, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Leanne's profile, yeah, maybe I would have been interested in talking, but I was definitely interested in finding out a little bit more because she's a good looking woman. So here we go. Now, if you were dedicated to your cause and your purpose of giving people permanent
Yes.
makeup, and that was your
Yes.
mission in life, and you were just passionate about it, but you were an ugly girl, do you
Mm.
think the doors would fly open for you as much?
Uh, n- no, not at all. Absolutely not. I
That's
don't think so.
that is so wrong. So true, but
I,
so wrong. So wrong.
it is. That's just, I mean, it depends. So I guess you could be out there on social media not very good looking, but you have like a killer personality. So I feel like if you reel people in with your personality, but you really got to do it. Like you got to post all the time. You have to make a million videos, and then you could get, probably a ton of clients. Doesn't matter what you look like, but you're working hard to do it,
But see,
you
I
know.
I doubt that such a person exists in the world that we live in on social media anymore. Because I mean, I don't think that I'm the most handsome guy, but I don't think I'm ugly. Joe Rogan is not ugly. What's his name? I mean, I could do this all day. There's so many
It's
podcast
so
hosts
true.
that they're not ugly. They've got some physically attractive thing about them. You don't see very many people that are handicapped doing successful
Mm.
podcasting or
Hmm.
videography. I mean, everything. The newscasters. I mean, doggone it, there's some Fox newscasters, and I don't even like Fox News, but I'll watch Fox News because I know I'm going to see something. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. It's true now that I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think, is there anybody with like a disability that I could think of that's very popular? It's so sad that I cannot.
Okay, and real show disclaimer, I am not saying that someone having a disability is not beautiful. One of the most beautiful women that I've ever
100%.
known, and she's gorgeous. I mean,
Oh,
stunning. She's a cover model. I mean, a literal cover model, and she's beautiful. So I'm not saying anything about a person couldn't be with a disability. That's not my point. My point is that we as a society have taken to the level of unhinged consciousness how attractive a person has to be even be considered our primary. We're not going to go to our primaries
mm.
anymore. Uh, Going back in time, Barbara Walters, she's all right.
Oh,
She's an okay looking woman, but now you've got journalists like the Katie Courics and the Megan Kellys, and these women could literally be a model. Like they
oh
could
yeah.
literally be a model. So to think that they're journalists only, and then you've got sports stars now that get the big endorsements, they're
Tom
gorgeous.
Brady.
Yeah, like
Right?
goodness gracious, like you could have literally pulled him off the cover of a GQ magazine. Beautiful male specimen.
Mm-hmm.
But what does that
Yeah.
what does that
The
mean?
Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, The Rock. Yes, okay, exactly. I mean, and the same, I mean, what does that mean for us as a society? Now, you're
Yeah,
in the business of giving people permanent makeup, which kind
right.
of makes me think, isn't that more vain? Like, you want to wear makeup
Mm,
permanently? Well, what's up with you?
right.
Why does a person need permanent makeup?
Probably because we are trying to fit into this new society, just to be honest, right?
Hmm.
And women, though, women always, even back in the day, I'm not gonna down, I still listen. Women like to wear lipstick. We like to look good. It doesn't matter if it's today or if it's 100 years ago. There's something that we want to look good for our men, whatever, ourselves. And when you can wake up and have just like a pretty pink lip, which you used to have when you were like 10 or 15, and now you're 25, 30, you've been in the sun, you don't have that type of color anymore in your lips. That's where I come in and I help to give you back that tint, that glow. So I don't feel like it's just about, also fitting into this world. I feel like there's a bigger part of it too.
Hmm. Now, you brought up something that really is probably the core issue. Who is this for? Is all of this looking pretty for men, or are women
Mm,
doing this just because women want to look good? Are women just so vain that they want to just keep tampering with their face?
hmm. I don't think so. I don't think women like, I like to tamper with my face. I'm very honest about pretty much my whole entire life. Probably good not to be on all the time, but and I like a little Botox, and I've had a little filler.
she,
And
she says it
you
like
know,
it's a cocktail drink. I like a little Botox on
yeah,
the
I
side.
I do. I do. It's like, I'm getting closer to changing an age right now, and probably also I do feel a little pressure from what goes around in the world from what I
Hmm.
see at the moment. And I'm trying to get more successful, and I do have people pressuring me a little, like, well, you have to do this, and I'm like, okay, great. But also you do feel like, in a way, you have to stay pretty, but I don't do it from a place of like that I'm vain, that I'm doing it for anybody else but myself. I'm doing it from a place like I want to feel, I guess, like I can be successful, one day. So maybe I do have to fit in more, which is probably not a very healthy
Hmm.
spot to be in, I guess, but yeah. So I don't feel like it comes from that women, all stem from, being there are vain women, there are vain men, there are people out there these days that when before, when I was dating and I tried to meet somebody, they don't even want to like have a steady relationship. They just want a different girl or a guy, or whatever guy all the time, because I was told Vegas, by the way, is just like a pot full of candy. There are so many pretty women and pretty men out here. Why stay with one person? That's what I literally was told by a man I was,
Hmm.
trying to date a long time ago. And I'm like, okay, well, bye.
Well, and
So.
does it play to your self worthiness? Like, do you feel like, let's be honest? I mean, for women in our society, I think this is just my opinion, but I think most people will agree. I think sexy is kind of a go to fabric. You can be as sexy as you want whenever. Like, you take any instance,
Mm,
you say, oh, Halloween is coming up. And the woman gets to decide, okay, well, how sexy do I want to be for Halloween? Do I want to just be a kitty cat? Or do I want to be a
mm,
busty boobs out kitty cat? And how much boobs do I want to show? Because I get to decide how
mm.
sexy I can make this, and where I want to go with it, right? But is that a true thing that is building your confidence, or is that playing to the lack of empowerment? And this is some kind of way that you can, show that, hey, look, at least I'm sexy, at least I'm hot.
I think it's probably a mixture of both, and just a lot of things in today's world. We have so many things going on. We're trying to stay on top of the beauty industry and look good. We're trying to stay on top of feeling good and
Mm,
getting older and not having such supple skin or whatever. There's so many things at play,
mm.
that I don't think it's just one or two things, honestly. I really think it's like way more complicated than that. I really do.
I agree with you. Now, you mentioned the beauty industry, and let's call the elephant in the room. I mean, these people are making billions of dollars to keep us convinced that we need their products. We need a anti-aging skin cream and a derma like, well,
Mm,
we need it, right? I mean, they didn't seem to have needed that 2,000 years ago. I guess they just put mud on their face, and mud was enough. But now we got collagen chemicals and we got all this different stuff.
oh yeah.
Is it stuff that's good for us, or is it stuff that's good for the
Mm.
pocketbook of the people that are making
Well, I'm in the beauty industry and
it?
so yeah, but I don't promote a lot of products at the moment. I don't know if I will in the future. There are things out there that are more natural that have been around forever that are just coming out in different ways, like with microdermabrasion. They've noticed that with that machine, they can get it into your skin, right, more than they could with just your hands, and that it would work faster. And of course, who doesn't want in today's society a fast, immediate change? We all do most of the time. If we want to feel better, we want to feel better right now, right? So we want to look better. How fast can we look better, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think there are some things out there definitely probably not so healthy, and some things that are really not so bad for you at all,
Hmm.
actually.
So tell me about the permanent makeup. Now that's something
Sure.
that's kind of a curiosity to me. So with the permanent makeup, a person's never going to have to change their makeup ever. Like not
Uh,
ever. Is that how that
no,
works?
well, I wish it was that simple, but it all depends on how good your skin also holds ink. It's similar sort of to a tattoo, but we do not penetrate as many levels as you do when you get a tattoo.
Hmm.
And you're just trying to be very delicate. And so if I put on a red lip color on a woman who comes in, it's actually going to fade depending on how, well she heals and how good that person takes care of it. It'll fade a couple of levels.
Hmm.
And it only stays because we do shed skin and all that stuff. There's like, a whole thing to it. We don't have, enough time for that, but there's layers, right? And
Hmm.
it only stays maybe, I don't know. Okay, it depends. I've had permanent makeup stay on me for like 7 to 10 years.
Oh wow.
As a permanent makeup artist, we, really can only say maybe 2 to 3, if you get very lucky, maybe 4 years. And then you'll probably need a touch up and all that stuff. And for the girls who were like me and ruin their eyebrows and try to be the 1970s, little line, it's been such a big, just like savior. You just feel so much better when you're like, oh my gosh, I have
Hmm.
eyebrows again, and I don't have to take 40 minutes to draw them on my face.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you if you had the permanent makeup, because I would respect someone who has it and is doing it. Like if you're doing it as a profession and you don't see your own self doing it, then it's not going to make me feel so comfortable. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I've been getting permanent makeup since I'm 25. So over 20 years now.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
what initiated it? Why did you start?
I started because I did over tweeze my eyebrows and they were not growing back. They were super thin. I was driving my family and my friends crazy trying to have even eyebrows sitting in the mirror with a pencil.
Hmm.
That's also, why I got better at probably makeup, because I got to practice so much with myself. And it was like, oh my gosh, how much time do I want to take out of my life sitting here in front of the mirror? I don't want to
Wow.
do this. And yeah, so I thought, if I can help someone else not do that anymore, I felt great when I didn't have to spend that time. I could just wake up and, not look like a crazy no eyebrow lady. It was great.
And so were you, so you didn't go to school to do this at first. This wasn't your dream gig. It doesn't sound like this is something you fell into.
Right. It is something I fell into, absolutely. But I love people, and I think I came out of the womb like, how can I make somebody feel better, feel
Hmm.
good? So I think it was gonna be I don't know what I was meant to fall into back in the day. I was looking into psychology,
Hmm.
and I just wanted to make other people feel better and hopefully help myself feel better and get through this life that throws a lot of, sometimes hard balls at us.
Yeah, it does.
In a healthy and positive way. So if I could be a part of that in someone's journey, that's a, blessing.
Yeah, definitely. Now, who's getting these treatments? Are a lot of dudes coming in? Is this for dudes or just for chicks?
So, believe it or not, in the last couple months, I've had two men come to me and they said they just wanted that chapstick look. When you put on that pink chapstick, you have that little tint sometimes. And so I've had two men recently, but that's been, I'm sure, going on for a while since I've been doing professional makeup longer than permanent makeup.
Hmm.
I've just seen a recent trend with more men wanting to get it done. But I know men have been coming in and doing also, they messed up their eyebrows and
Hmm.
they don't want to, show their girlfriend or new honey that they're sitting in the mirror with a pencil drawn on their eyebrows, right? Forever. So they're like, how could we get this fixed? Like, get this fixed, right?
That was such a visual representation. I could see that dude in the mirror.
Right?
He's getting
I'm
ready
telling
before the
you.
Super Bowl, before the guys come over with the chips. He's in the bathroom. Like, Larry, why are you so long in the bathroom? What are you doing, man? What are you doing in there, Larry? Oh, I could
He's
see
like,
it. I could see
he's like, listen, I'm almost ready. Give me a second. Right? He's like, oh my god, I don't have a
it.
sharpener. My pencil just fell out.
Yes, yes. Larry's like, there's a thing I'm working on in here. Get out of here, would you? Get out of here.
Oh
That's
god, that's so
funny.
funny.
Wow.
True
Well,
though.
no
Yeah,
offense to anyone named Larry, but if you're caught, you're caught. Just deal with it. You know, we we
so
we
true.
outed you, bro. What can we say?
That's it.
So now, if we want to get this done, okay, let's
Yes,
talk shop here. Now, if we want to get this
sure.
done, we want to go through you to do it. Okay,
That
right?
would be,
We're not going someplace
yeah.
else. We're going to you.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
the question is this thing affordable? Like, what's the deal with it? To me, it sounds like one of those vanity things like chrome rims. Like, chrome rims, you know you're about to spend some money. You got chrome rims, bro. Why'd you get
Right.
chrome rims? You know you're about to go out of the pocket, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
is this on the same level?
It's not yet. I'm not charging chrome rim prices yet. I mean, maybe no, maybe not one day, but maybe, you never know. But no,
Okay.
it is, I believe, affordable. And I do like to work with people and their situations at the moment. But
Mhm.
I have to live too. And yeah, just it can be a little pricey, but I will, if someone expresses that they cannot afford to do different things. I am trying to get into partnership with a couple of places that I could take payment plans and things like that, so
Wow.
hopefully that should help. Yeah.
Wow. So to me, when you say something requires a payment plan,
Right.
that sounds expensive. That sounds like I'm going to be paying for this
Mhm.
for a few months or maybe a year for something that
Well,
I did on my, you know what I mean?
can I point out something though? So it
Yeah.
depends. I've seen people come in and drop two, three, 4,000 on their face for different things.
Hmm.
And I do not charge that much unless you're gonna grab a ton of things. And I, for eyebrows, have to draw them for, exactly how you want it. And i
Hmm.
i take a lot of time, I mean hours with you, okay? So
Oh,
you get
wow.
very personalized care. This is not a, you're not in a public tattoo studio. Not saying anything wrong with that, but it's not a like a quick, thing. This is a personalized treatment to your face. And so it takes more than I think somebody thinks it does. But also, I, let's say, had a bill that was $400. In today's day, some people don't have $300-400, and they, or 200, and they want to pay that off in, increments.
Hmm.
And so I want to be able, hopefully very soon, to give people that option.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, so the average session time, you're
Right.
saying it could take a couple of hours, right? So, does a person
Yep.
come in with the expectation that they're going to be there all day with you?
They could be there anywhere from 2 to 4 hours with me. Absolutely. And it all depends on how well they're, dealing with the treatment. Are they in any discomfort? I don't want to put somebody in any discomfort. So I use numbing cream. If, someone wants numbing cream, I have numbing cream. I have different ones to try. And
Wow.
I, do try my very best, but there are times and there are some people that have to stop and take some breaks as we do this.
Right.
And it all, so it all depends on the person and how well they're doing, because it is a tattoo machine going very lightly, by the
Hmm.
way, very lightly, very gentle on your skin. And there are other ways. There's microblading that I do, which is also just a handheld device that has, I don't want to get too graphic. I don't want to scare anybody, but
Yeah, I was getting scared.
yeah, I know. I don't want to scare anybody
I'm
because
terrified.
it's I know. But if you it's not as bad as at all that like it used to be. When I got permanent makeup, I was sitting there, and I'm not going to say who it was. I got some lip liner done, and the girl told me, "Your lip is shaking. You need to stop." And I was like, "But it hurts."
Oh,
And
wow.
she's like, "You have to stop. We can't finish." And I'm like, "Ah." So thank goodness in today's day we have things that we could hopefully, put on to help stop that pain or ease it to get that person through the process. But yeah, not 20 years ago.
And that's funny that you mentioned that because contrary to popular belief, I'm a super masculine guy, and that fear factor that might slow me down if I'm being transparent. Yeah. So my question
For
was going to
sure.
be, okay, is it painful?
Right. It can be to some people. Was permanent makeup very painful to me? Not really.
Okay.
So some people it can be, and some people fall asleep while I do it. I've
Mm.
had people snoring, and they're they're so happy when they, wake. They're like, "Oh, we're done." And yeah, so it all depends on your, how much pain you could take, and, your tolerance levels.
Is there any not being able to work for a few days kind of factor involved in this? Like you're going to go and get this treatment, and then you better take a day or two off from work because you can't. What would you can't
Right. I would
smile properly
suggest,
or
oh no, you can smile properly. It's not as invasive as getting a needle, put in with a product.
okay.
But you can scab, or you want to take a few days to where you might, look a little funny, because I do ask you to apply, um, you know, there's also different ways of healing, and but sometimes I ask people to apply something sort of like I'll just say it's like an A&D look, right,
Hmm.
to their eyebrows. And I'm sure no one wants to leave the house with huge shiny eyebrows, or just, yeah, that kind of stuff all over their face. So it's absolutely a good idea if you take a couple days off.
Wow. And so, how young can a person be for their first treatment? Like, if I want to bring my 16-year-old daughter in.
Mm. That's a great question, and I have not had that happen to me. I do have people that I reach out to, thank goodness, who have been doing permanent makeup much longer than me. But I know for me, I would, it would be 18 and up, and I would have to look into the laws about anybody under 18.
Yeah, I was curious because it is permanent. I mean, that's in the name. It is actually a permanent treatment, right?
Correct.
And
Right.
so,
Absolutely.
what does that mean by permanent? Because we used to think tattoos were permanent, but then we can remove tattoos. So,
Right.
how permanent is permanent?
I think I'm thinking they probably gave it that name because even if it fades, there's still more than likely a remnants of what you had done. So you are always going to have, something there. My lip liner from 20 years ago, I feel still shows a little bit.
Oh,
Not
wow.
like I wanted it to. There are some spots that fade that, I like to touch up every few years. But,
Hmm.
you know, you I have had permanent makeup on my face so far for forever. So but it has faded a lot to where I have needed some touch ups.
Hmm. Interesting. And so, do you work on your own face now? So, if you need a touch up, do you touch yourself up?
I am going to actually do my own lips and record it very soon.
Oh.
So look out for that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. But my eyebrows, that's a little too I don't think I want to do that. I think
Hmm.
I would rather have somebody else, to where I could relax and they
Yes.
could see all angles. It's just, yeah, I don't feel that confident yet, because it's a big difference holding it to your own face. You don't have the same kind of control, and
Sure.
I don't want to be that mad at myself for, if I give
Right.
myself
Right.
some kind, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just go to another professional like me. So.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Now, I've got one other question that I think I'm supposed to ask this question.
Sure.
Has anyone ever sat down in your chair and you say, you know what, honey, I'd like to do this procedure on you. I just don't think you need it. And you
Oh,
turned them away. You just said, listen, get out of here. You don't need this. Go on. Get.
um, not yet. I've had a lot of women who have come to me, and I've had a lot of women from 30, 40, actually a lot of women in their 50s that I've done. And I had a 78-year-old lady.
Hmm.
Um, So I've not yet seen that to where I was like, oh, your eyebrows are like, I would not mess with them. I've told people that when I've been out and they've asked me, I've said to them, I wouldn't, do anything if I were you, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it could happen. I don't, but I haven't had that yet.
Interesting. Well, Leanne, if we want to pleasantly stalk you on the internet now,
Absolutely.
we heard what we heard and we loved what we heard. Now we're ready to
Uh,
go on ahead and get on board. How do we find you on social media?
So I go under the name of Legacy Looks Inc.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, so, and I work out of another spa at the moment. But if you look for Legacy Looks Inc., you will see my face and you could follow me, message me. I will get back with you. We can schedule a consultation and get this started. And sometimes people send me pictures. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to point out that I also do professional makeup. So for weddings and all that, it doesn't have to be permanent all the time.
Wow. And on that note, I can't close the show stronger than that. It's been the Ace Michaels Show, you guys. Yeah, you got to look good. If you feel good, you also want to look good. That's what I'm going to say on that. And you know how I close the show. Thank you, Leanne, for being my guest today. And you know how I close the show, everybody else. Live the life you love, love the
Love
life
the
you live.
life you live.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ace.